Annabelle, as always. Welcome back. So, I'm going to be talking about a movie I have talked about before, sort of a re review, but there is sort of a special reason. Really, actually, it's not really that special, but you know what? My wheels have been kind of turning in my head lately. If you have not kind of noticed some of the, or I should just say, kind of like the main new feature that I am kind of doing with my channel. But there's also like other stuff that I've been kind of like thinking about of doing. And one of those things is to spotlight feminist slash strong women in cinema slash in just pop culture in general. Probably a lot of movies though, because I talk a lot about a lot of movies. But yeah, like I said, this is something that's been kind of in my head for a while that I've been wanting to kind of do and everything, and that is, like I said, kind of talk about strong female-led movies, characters, whatnot, feminism and everything. And so I'm finally kind of getting to it. There's several things, just movies, even just off the top of my head, that I want to talk about, such as Norma Ray and 9 to 5. That was the other key one that I was saying is one that I really want to get to too soon. But anyway, so yeah, so I want to kind of spotlight certain things such as this. And the first movie I'm going to be talking about, like I said, I've talked about this before, and that is The Legend of Billie Jean, starring Christian Slater, Helen Slater. No, they are not related in real life, but they play siblings in the movie. Peter Coyote. Keith Gordon is in here from Christine. He's one of those people that came up in a lot of 80s movies. And Snickerdoodles, the dude from Quantum Leap is also in here. God, of course, I can't think of his name. I'm gonna think of it after the fact, but whatever. No, but I wanted to talk about this one first. Really, not for any like specific reason or anything. I literally just rewatched it for like probably the fourth time at this year. That this is one of those movies for me that I do watch quite frequently. It is a favorite of mine. I grew up watching this. I did, and like I said, I wanted to kind of talk about this because this is one of those movies that whenever you talk about feminism, or someone brings up feminism, or all this talk of wanting to see more like women empowerment movies and strong women in movies and everything. Like, I feel like so many people kind of talk about that, like, oh, we never see it, we never see it. You do see it, you just don't watch the right things, and I'm not trying to like bash people who say this or anything, but like there's so many movies such as this, like this movie. So especially too for the state that we are in now, when I say that, I don't mean the whole pandemic thing. I'm talking about, first off, women empowerment. This is something that always kind of comes up every few years. It becomes one of those things like, oh my god, women empowerment, which I love. I'm not knocking. But, that comes up, and then also to this whole sort of like hashtag Me Too movement and everything, and women just kind of like calling out their abusers and stuff, and abusers. But so things like that, because this movie does touch on a lot of different topics, one of which that kind of propels this whole story of this girl kind of going vigilante justice, kind of going rogue, kind of going, to kind of going on the run and being a rebel to stand her ground and everything. Like, she's trying to keep to her morals, and that's the other thing too. Strong woman right there. She's gonna stand up for something and she's gonna stick to it. Just saying. I'm just saying. But this whole thing kind of starts because her brother's motor scooter gets totally trashed by this other kid and everything, and when she goes to show his dad like the bill, like, this is what it's about, what it's gonna cost. I just want you to kind of cover this cost. We'll call it even. Uh, grimy, scuzzy dude brings her upstairs to the shop, because, oh, I don't keep that kind of cash down here. Like $608, you really, most people aren't going to keep that amount of cash in a register. I'm just saying. And back in 1980 something, saying. So, brings her up there and he starts just kind of coming on to her and like, oh, I'll pay you little by little, learn as you go and everything. Like, so this all kind of like gets it started. The dad gets shot and everything on accident because the little brother finds the gun in the register and blah blah. So like all this stuff that just kind of like string of events, but it all kind of started with the damn motor scooter and the dad being just creepy and coming on to an underage girl. Just saying. So no, things like this though, movies like this that are, as I said, when I hear people bring up like, oh, feminism and women empowerment, movies such as this that have such a strong message, such a strong character, and she's not the only, like, she's the main person in this, Helen Slater, but you also have her group of friends, her little brother and everything, even though, like, yeah, her brother's a boy and everything, and, like, her other two friends are kind of there just because they just by chance kind of were caught up in this. They all kind of stuck together and everything. And, like I said, Helen Slater's character, Billie Jean, she just doesn't even she goes for it. And she's like, okay, this is what we need to do. Like, I'm totally willing to turn myself in. But before I do this, like, she's trying to negotiate of like, I want the $608. That's literally all I want. And I will turn myself in. I don't want any of this trouble. I will explain everything that happened and everything. And yeah, and then at the end, spoiler, I won't exactly tell what all the details are of the end because there's some stuff. But Billie Jean calls out this guy. She's like, because he finally is just like, oh, here's the money. Oh, here you go. Oh, no big deal. Oh, sorry for your trouble. And she's all like, wait, what? What? Like, you called me up, tried to put the moves on me, and literally turned me into a prostitute just to get this $608. Like, fuck. So, things like that where it's just like from start to end, like this girl who just takes on this whole situation and demands justice and just like, dude, I just want things to be fair. I know I did some stuff wrong. I will turn myself in, but I want the $608 that got me into this mess that I didn't even do, but this kid started all this. So, but yeah, no, you guys, this whole women empowerment thing and everything, like I said, like, and I'm not trying to be like grumpy and be like, oh, we have it, but like we do have it. Like, and I'm glad that people do bring this up and bring up like, oh, we need strong female roles, we need strong female movies and everything. I am all about that, but honestly, let it happen. Like, let it happen. Don't force stuff, because then we're gonna get stuff like that 2019 Black Christmas, which I still have not watched yet, but, and that's the thing with something like this, where it's kind of like in your face, like, you really get the message, I mean, sometimes you can kind of look at this of like, oh, a bunch of teens kind of on the run, but this is something where it was done well, and in my opinion, kind of correctly. I mean, it's not a perfect movie. I'll admit it's not perfect. It's got some issues, but this is one where it had the strong message, but it wasn't so down your throat. And I feel like even too sort of towards the end, because I mean, you do kind of see both sides of like, you do see this guy who. The one who got shot and everything, where they were trying to get the $608 from, you kind of see his side of things, and then you see Billie Jean's side. Like, so the movie, does do it kind of justice, where it doesn't make it seem like all men are completely evil. Plus, too, Peter Coyote's performance in here, he's a police officer, and he's a good balancer in that, where you do have this kind of like decent person who sees, this cop who kind of sees that these kids are kind of good and that there's something more to this whole situation than what the media is saying, what this guy is saying who got shots, and is trying to kind of like figure everything out, because he kind of wants to make sure like, I kind of side with the kids here, but I kind of see where like the dad's coming from. So, but yeah, no, so anytime people are talking about, ooh, we need more strong female-led movies and everything, like, we have them. we have a lot of these great movies. I hope we continue to get a lot of these great female-led movies and strong characters and everything, but, you know, when you kind of start talking about your stuff about this, please go back and look at some of the stuff. Like I said, there's this. I mentioned 9 to 5 that I want to talk about. Norma Ray. I mean, I'll even say too, like, I know this is probably gonna stir the pot a little bit. Some people are gonna be like, "That's really not a feminine empowerment movie or anything." But To Wong Fu, thanks for everything. You want to know why? Takes care of my transgenders, man. I'm just saying, I love you, boos. I love you. I love my transgenders. I love my gays. I'm just saying. So, you guys got voices too. I'm throwing that in there. Women empowerment, man. And plus, too, you got that whole other cast in that movie as well. With, like, Dr. Channing and everything. Like, ugh. So, but yeah. So, I just, like I said, I'm not trying to be like, ew, angry, all like, oh, women empowerment. No, it's like, honestly, just, we have these movies, you guys. Let's talk more about a lot of these movies, these women empowerment movies that we've had in the past, even TV shows, Wonder Woman, hello. Talking about the one with Linda Carter, I'm just saying. So, but anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts on Legend of Billie Jean, your thoughts along with the sort of female empowerment in this movie. Let me know. Till next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.